What is going on, everybody? Lunar Ray Wolf God is coming at you with my buddy Steven Tello's deck profile that he did 4-0 last night at locals.
3-2 today.
3-2 today. So, not bad. So, you want to go? You want to give any shout outs or anything? Or
No real shout outs, but what's going on, virtual world? I'm here to do, I guess, my first deck profile for y'all. I am playing Code Talkers with a Mathmech engine, so I guess we could begin.
Let's get to it.
Okay. So, it's going to start off, cream of the crop with starting off with 3 Mathmech Circulars. Mathmech Circulars is a 1-card combo start off to go into the extra deck to form up some plays and stuff like that, which I can explain further on and whatnot. We play a 1 Mathmech Sigma. You could play 2 of him as well. Mathmech Sigma is pretty much you would pitch for cost the Mathmech Sigma on your opening hand to the graveyard and special summon out Circular, and with Circular you'll be able to special summon to get a magical trap card of a Mathmech card, which I'll explain further on. I play 2 Lady Debug to help get the combos of level 3 or lower, the Microcoder, Microcode Code Generator, anything that's level 3 or lower, Cyberse.
Gotcha.
I play 3 Parallel XZs. He's the good.
He's basically an extender in the deck, right?
He's the extender. He helps with the level rank 4 plays. If you can't necessarily get out to the other Mathmechs that are within the deck, he helps with that. He can also be used to help synchro into the big Mathmech monster, which I'll explain in the extra deck. Then I play 3 Microcoders. He is linking from the hand all the codes. Microcoder, Code Generator, and Code Radiator have hand effects that you can link from your hand into a Code Talker using these monsters from your hand. They have 2 separate effects. One is from the hand. Microcoder, you could add a Cyanide Spell or Trap from your deck to your hand. And then if it's used from the field, you add a level 4 Cyberse monster from your deck to the hand.
Okay.
Then here is Code Generator, 2 of. It can be played out of 3 of if you want, but ratio is good at 2 of. He's the Foolish Burial. If you use him, you send a Cyberse monster with 1200 attack or less to the graveyard. He's a good combo with the card will be further down below, and I'll explain that in a minute, to do further extended combo plays. Then we got 2 Iblis for the annoying Kashtira stuff.
Oh, Ibli has ruined my heroes at times, so I understand why it's crazy.
Yeah, so
to stop them from Xyz summoning or Link summoning.
Yes. So Ibli is, of course, definitely a 2 of at most. She stops most decks of your opponent unless they link her away. Other than that, it at least slows your opponent down through to their battle main phase 2. Then the 1-ofs, I have another code card, Code Radiator. He's just like Code Generator and Microcoder, but when he is used when he's used from the field, he's more benefit on the field. When he's used from the field for a Code Talker, you can target 2 cards on the field, negate their effects, and put their attack to 0. Or if it's used from your hand, you do the same effect, but only 1 monster.
Okay.
Then, of course, Subtraction and Addition Mathmech. They're just extra targets for Circulars. Circular's effect if you go through a Sigma, which you could have actually if you wanted to do another ratio, do 2 Sigmas and stuff like that if need be. I just don't personally have it, so it would be 2 Sigmas with one of those additional things. And then explaining this next card with the whole code generator effect, chain effect. With this, when you link this away for a code talker, 9 times out of 10 you want to pitch Dot Scraper, because Dot Scraper has a graveyard effect that's once per duel. Is that if it's in the graveyard or banished during that duel, it could be resummoned back to the field as a resource and stuff like that. Also, I forgot 2 cards here. Just a special summon backup secretary. She's a good extender, and also Attic Mr. Garachi is a good extender. Also protects your monsters once, all the Cyberse once, from being destroyed by card effects. So any like destruction effects that apply to your Cyberse, it protects it. And then when it's linked away, it protects a chosen card that you choose that either you linked away or already on the field to be unaffected by card effects until the end of the opponent's turn. So that's it for the monster lineup.
Okay. Anything that you would change in the monster lineup?
Well, like I said, I would probably add another. I'll bring it out real quick. Probably another Sigma. Sigma will help with a lot of these plays and stuff like that. Especially
just help extend the plays.
Extend the plays or recover my resurgence my board and stuff like that, so I'm able to continue playing again without being like stuck and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So it would be good to have one more of that.
Okay.
For the circular. On to the Magic card lineup. 3 Signet Minings.
That's a must-have in the Cyberse deck.
Must-have in the Cyberse deck.
Understandable with even with Marine Cess.
Yes. 1 Signet Codec. This is like gateway up to 6. Each time you summon a Code Talker monster of a different attribute, you are allowed to add that attribute of a Cyberse monster to your hand. And then Sign-Up Optimization is a additional normal summon. Also, when a Code Talker monster attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards in the... Let me read this card real quick. Until the end of the damage step. So you declare battle, damage step. They can't activate any cards, and it pretty much helps your Code Talkers pretty much able to attack and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's it for... Oh, no, I lied. There's some more for the Magic. And then, of course, 2 Forbidden Droplets.
Oh, Droplets. Very helpful in the deck.
Yes, it's very helpful that one time they're going to attack into... Like, I'll use, for example, I was versus an opponent, and she went to attack me. I chained Forbidden Droplets, so her big 3,600 monster attacked into Garachi here, and she took the battle damage. Her monster wasn't destroyed, but she took damage equal because she lost half the attack of her attacking monster.
Nice.
And stuff like that for that. Going into the traps, of course, we have 3 Infinite Impermanences. One of the best.
Must-have staple.
Yeah, must-have staple. We got 1 for the mathematic combinations, the super fractional. It is just like Tri-Brigade Revolt for the Tri-Brigades, but for mathematics.
Gotcha.
I use 2 Signet Conflicts. I know a lot of profiles of Code Talkers say they only use 1, but I think 2 is necessary. Even though you could search it off a microcoder, it's still good to have for that extra set to when your opponent uses an annoying card, you can banish it, and it protects your Code Talker monsters. And then, of course, for Floodgate, Rivalry of Warlords.
Yeah, Rivalry.
For running pure Cyberse, it stops a lot of the current decks out there, like Kashtira, that are playing multiple types.
Yeah, because if you Ibly your opponent and flip up Rivalry, they're locked into Cyberse. and that just screws over their whole plan.
Yeah. Then for the other hand traps that I have, I play 3 lovely ashes.
Forehead, not feet.
Yeah, forehead, not feet. 3 DD crows, and again for the Kashtira and Flu players, 2 Lancias.
Well, Flu's kind of, sort of dead because Stormwind's got banned.
But it's still
Yeah.
legible card deck out there. But yeah, so this would be the hand trap lineup right here.
That's the main deck right there.
That is the main deck right there. For the extra deck, I play Talkback Lancer. It's good for the start off for the Ibli combo because this requires a level 2 or lower Cyberse monster. So you this can go use Ibli, and then they have Ibli on the field. Same for Lingaribo that everyone has in their other deck. Opponents have in their decks now too to get rid of that Ibli and stuff like that. I play 1 Kotalker inverted for the extend to extend to U-board if I decide to U-board, but I'm not doing that combo with Kotalkers. It also lets you do additional extending of a Cyberse monster that it points to that you have in your hand to the zone it points to. Code Talker to start off the combos with the microcoder and the code generator.
Gotcha.
Lovely update jammer. We all know what he does, allowing access Code Talker to be popped to attack twice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Splash Mage for the reborn extension card plays and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Final Sigma for the super
factorial play.
Yeah, the super factorial play like this. That you would get Sigma if it's not banned as Sigma, circular, and one or more addition or subtraction, and you're able to go into your Synchro 12.
Gotcha.
Same for both of the Xyz. You can use this one card to do these. This Xyz allows you to add a Mathmech card. Excuse me. A Mathmech card from your hand if you have 2 materials attached to it. This one is a little bit more annoying for the opponents, is that it when it's summoned, you can detach all 3, and then the effects down below with the little points that you're able to do each of those effects per detach of the card and stuff like that. I play Exco Talker. He's a good soft lock combo with good old transcode. Speaking of transcode, we do 1 transcode Talker. He's a good extender into extended plays. He's a good combination with Access Code Talker to have an LTK can destroy. Decode Talker Heat Soul. A good +1 draw. It may cost 1,000 life points, but it's a good +1 draw for yourself to be on your turn and your opponent's turn. Of course, Access Code Talker.
Best card in the Cyberse deck.
Currently, yeah. Good combination of these two for pretty much an OTK. If you're able to pop your opponent's back row enough to OTK, these two right here is over 8,000. Best Monster Negator, Appaloosa. She negates, with the amount of cards you use. And this one's a little hard to summon, but he is annoying at times. My opponent couldn't get over him, and he was a 4Q beater at the time. Is the Arrival.
The Rival Cyber Static Nister. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Haven't seen somebody summon that.
Yeah, with the summon of that, it costs at least. It needs to be different attributes of the monster, of your monsters.
Yeah, because he is a Link 6.
He is a Link 6, so it would. I've gotten it as high as 4K. Usually that's more than enough for most monsters that are currently base attack that are not 4,000. So 4K is fine. So that requires a rank 3 a rank 2, and then 2 other different attributes on the field currently to summon him out. He has the unaffected by card effect, all cards, unaffected by all card effects clause, but sadly his only one weakness is the kaiju or anything that sends back kaiju's lava golem, stuff like that, like those cards that get him off the
Spear
field.
mode.
Spear mode and stuff like that. But other than that, he's unaffected by all other card effects.
Gotcha. And
That's for the extra deck.
And for the
Side deck, currently, that's probably in all people's profiles, is 2 Nibiru's for the Kashtira.
mandatory.
For the Kashtira Extenda plays. I'm using also for Kashtira the 3 Karakura
Div Incarnate.
For also the Kashtiras. Reason being is because they activate on your turn, and then you contribute their monsters. If you have a free monster zone, tribute their monsters, and then you'll get your zones back. And she gains 1,500 for every card that activate their effect to be tributed, and then you can have a big.
I heard she shot up in price too.
I play, of course, for time and stuff like that. Of worst case scenarios, nothing here in our locals that I needed to play this, but at regionals, this is definitely a go-to card. Is the Ghost Sissy, the Spooky Dogwood for the life point gain.
Gotcha.
I also play currently 3 Spellbounds.
That card is crazy.
It is good for probably this current format, and it's a quick play. That it prevents your opponent from tributing, XZ summoning, Link summoning, Synchro summoning, and Fusion summoning current monsters on the field. And it's not a once per turn, so if you have 2 on the field, you can activate them, or they're in your hand on your turn, and then it's not a once per turn.
Yeah, it's not a hard once per turn at all.
So those are good cards. Of course, again, I added 1 more rivalry, but that could be changed out in case you want to have that 3-up to get that floodgate out for that. I play 1 Swords of Concealing Light for the Kashtiras.
Gotcha.
And then 2 Books of Eclipse for the Kashtiras as well. And of course, everybody knows what those do, especially if they want to try to have their extra decks against Kashtira and stuff like that, or anything that's annoyance, that these are kind of the go-to cards and whatnot.
Yeah, because Kashtiras are the tier 0 deck at the moment because Tailorman's got hit.
Yeah, I mean they could be stopped. Code Talkers today actually did beat Kashtira today and stuff like that. It was a little rough, but it was able to be done and stuff like that. I had the right cards at the right times, and the big hits, especially the start-offs of that, is to hit Unicorn first.
Gotcha.
Before anything.
So, is there anything that you would change up in the deck?
Well, like I said, I need to get the 1 more Sigma to help with extra extenders if need be. It's hard to say. It all depends on when Silent Storm comes out. I know once Silent Storm set comes out, this deck I think may have at least a tier potential.
Yeah, because it's considered rogue at the moment.
So with potential tier stuff that is going to come out in Silent Storm, probably then I would change it. But right now, as a solid, it's pretty A-okay.
Okay. So with that, that's the deck profile. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.
Peace.